Hello everyone, Darth Snovia here. This will be my last Star Wars centric haul for a while. I may not do them as often because I'm not going to buy as much comics or novels. I'm mainly going to focus on anime at the moment, considering there's some series because Funimation lost the rights for them that I would like to buy on Blu-ray. Why I can without having to spend a fuck ton of money for them. So I'm going to show off my non-Star Wars related stuff first, and then I'm going to show you my Star Wars stuff, and then I'm going to do a few announcements of stuff, of future videos, and a shout out. Anyway, first let's start with the Blu-rays that aren't anime related and DVD. First Blood. I'll do a review of this movie sometime in the future. Expendables. To my dismay, Terminator Genisys. I may actually do a Terminator series retrospective. For the anime portion, Sailor Moon R. This is not the whole season. This is just the limited edition, which has a box, which is the Blu-ray itself. I'm gonna have to do a rant about the fucking Blu-ray and DVD combos for this because it's bullshit. But I'll talk about that in another video. The limited edition booklet, which basically gives episode summaries, original air dates, character profiles, vice versa. Of course, right here is where you would store the second half of the season. Alright, and shout out to Jeremy at Stupid Chainsaw Productions. Sorry if I mispronounced it. I meant stupid. Sorry, Jeremy. I would not have known that Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is pretty much out of print. It's going to be. If you have not bought this anime, or the original, or Conqueror Shinbala, or anything related to Fullmetal Alchemist, buy it now. Because when Funimation sells out of them, they're not going to reprint anymore. And you're not going to be able to get them. You may have to pay more for the person who currently has the license for this franchise. If you're not familiar with Fullmetal Alchemist, there was another anime before Brotherhood. The original anime ran for 51 episodes, and it had a movie called Conqueror of Shinbala. It was like most anime that get adapted from a manga. This mainly applies to monthly manga. It's faithful to a point, and then it completely deviates during the second half of the show. And for better or for worse, the original series is its own original story. So even if you watch both Brotherhood and the original, you're not going to watch the exact same anime. Brotherhood, which was made, 3 years after, well, not 3 years, 4 years after Conqueror Shinbala came out, we got a series that's unrelated to the original series and was more true to the manga. Now, there's some parts in the first part of the series which is pretty much a rehash of the original, those who haven't read the source material, but after episode 14, it completely changes. Now, I'll give you a more in-depth review on Fullmetal Alchemist and Brotherhood and the movies, but that'll be something for a later time. And now for my Star Wars stuff. So, some of you people who subscribe to me do it mainly for my Star Wars content. Legacy Volume 5. For some reason, there's no Volume 6, and I could explain that. For some fucking reason, they thought it was such a great idea to have Vector be Volume 6 of Legacy and Volume 4 of Rebellion and Volume Dark Times, and it completely fucked things up because there's series that don't even have a certain volume because, you know, you have to buy Vector in order to have the complete series. And Vector actually is part of the main storyline of Legacy. It's not one of those, like, spin-off stories where you can skip it. You have to have that story. Bullshit. I can see where Jeremy is coming from. In case you haven't known, he did not like Vector. Rebellion, which will be forever before Marvel reprints this series. I figured I might as well get the complete series now. I have Volume 2. I got that one first in the mail. And unfortunately, the last published expanded universe, comic. The final story. It'll be a while before I read this, but this is pretty much it. My Legacy era Star Wars is almost complete. I just have to get X-Wing Mercy Kill, Crucible, and what's that one? And Vector Volume 2, and I should have the complete, Legacy. Now for my hardcovers. The New Rebellion, which it is a little beat up, at least the dust jacket. Quite a shame, but I love these sexy hardcovers. They're durable, and they look great on your shelf. And I don't have this book. It's a Bantam era novel I haven't read yet. Two of them I'm about to show you. I've already reviewed them, but I wanted to have these books in hardcover. Jedi. This book is great. Honestly, one of my favorites of the Bantam era. Excuse that noise in the background. That's my roommate's phone. Anyway, this is probably one of my favorite novels. This is one of my first reviews I've done of my series. This, in my opinion, enriches the Jedi Academy trilogy, and I'm looking forward to talking about the Jedi Academy trilogy this year. I'm going to review it after the Thrawn trilogy. Yeah, I don't need to talk about this book anymore. Now, Shadows of the Empire. I have the comic, I have the paperback, non-Legends label. Yeah, this book is great. I recommend anyone to read this. And I'm ecstatic I got this in great condition. This looks almost new. That's how great the condition is. Oh my god. If only the other two Thrawn books were in this good condition. And now, I'm going to make another announcement. I'm going to start reviewing anime. I'm going to start doing this. This will be a precursor to me reviewing manga. But I'm going to try to do it based on story arcs. Since Iyunasha is the kind of series where the beginning of the show